Welcome to the third video of Modern History Series lessons. In this video, we discuss about how the British suppressed the revolt of 1857 and what were the main reasons for the failure of the revolt. British ruthlessly suppressed the revolt. Towards the middle of 1857, they started regaining the actual loss of control. Sir Archibald Wilson, John Nicholson, John Lawrence, Bayard Smith were the military officers suppressed the revolt in different regions. On 20th September 1857, British captured Delhi after continuous fighting with the rebels. Bahadur Shah II was surrendered. He found guilty by the trial and was exiled with his queen and son to Rangoon. He died on 7th November 1862. In retribution, British forces almost depopulated Delhi mercilessly. In Awadh, Lucknow was captured in March 1858 with Begum Hasrat Mahal escaped to Nepal and Maulavi Ahmadullah was killed in an encounter in June 1858. The struggle was carried forward by distressed talukas till late 1858. Rani Lakshmi Bai of Jhansi was perhaps the most famous personality of the revolt of 1857. Apart from her bravery in combating the British forces, she is famous for the capture of Gwalior Fort in May-June 1858. By capturing Gwalior, she had to hoped to break the communication between the British in North India and the Bombay Presidency province, while simultaneously garnering the support of Marathas against the British. British Army under Commander Hugh Ross captured Gwalior Fort in May-June 1858. Rani met her death on June 17, 1858 during the Battle of Gwalior. On July, the British forces arrived and Kanpur was recaptured. Nana Sahib disappeared and then fled to Nepal in 1859. The renowned Maratha leader and cause accompli, Tantia Topi, managed to escape into jungles of central India where he continued guerrilla warfare successfully against the British. But he was betrayed. He was captured while sleeping and sentenced to death in April 15, 1859. By the end of 1859, all the leaders of the revolt were dead, with two of them, Begum Hasrat Mahal and Nana Sahib, escaped to Nepal. British adopted the policy of no prisoners, which means that large number of rebels were executed in the masses. Sometimes entire pro-rebels villages were wiped out. British retaliation activities against the rebels called Devil's Wind reflects the extreme merciless activities against the rebels. Next we discuss about what were the main reasons for the failure of this revolt. The first main reason for the failure of the revolt was limited uprising. Although the revolt was widespread, a large part of the country remained unaffected by it. The revolt was mainly confined to Doab region, which means area between Indo-Gangetic Plain, the area between Ganga and Yamuna River. Southern provinces did not take part in the uprising. Even in North, Kashmir, Punjab, Sindh and Rajputana kept away from the rebels. British managed to get loyalty of Madras and Bombay regiments and the six states. Many Indian rulers refused to help the rebels. Hence, we can say that the revolt failed to have the character of an all India struggle. The second reason for the failure of the revolt was there were no effective leaders. Indian leaders lacked organization and planning. Most of its leaders thought only of their own interest. They motivated by narrow personal gain. The Bahadur Shah, as the emperor of Hindustan, almost too old and weak leader, failed to fight against the British power. He and his rebels fought to revert back the political order rather than the political authority. Sipais of Bengal wanted to revive the ancient glories of the Mughals, while the Nana Sahib and Tandia Topi tried to re-establish the Maratha power. Another reason was rebels lacked the resources in terms of men and money. On the other hand, British received a steady supply of men, money and arms in India. Whatever few weapons existed were old and outdated. That is, Sipais had no improved arms with them. On the other hand, British forces had improved armory, but Indian Sipais had old type of musket, spear, etc., which cannot compatible with modern British armory. Telegraph and postal communication system helped the British to speed up their operation. That is, electric telegraph kept commander-in-chief informed about movement and the strategies of the rebels. Rebels lacked a clear understanding of colonial rule and their administrations. There was experienced the absence of the support from the intelligentsia. Some sections, in fact, loyalists to the British. Some loyalists were Nizam of Hyderabad, Maharaja of Gwalior, etc. The educated middle class and upper class did not support the revolt. The rich merchants, traders, and zamindars of Bengal helped the British to suppress the revolt. In the next video, we will discuss the impact and changes introduced after the revolt of 1857.